Hello and welcome, working professional adults. This is English Now. We're going to continue with Unit 2, Work and Leisure. Before you watch this video, find a quiet place without distractions. Take notes. Watch the video multiple times if you need, and practice in the book and online. And we'll find some resources for you and we'll put those in your Google Plus community. So you want to practice these after the video. So remember, Unit 2, we're talking about work and free time. Work and free time. The objective of this video and of this unit is that you can describe your daily and weekly routine and describe the routine of others. In order to do these, you will need to use the simple present. Well, what is the simple present? What is it? The simple present tense is a verb tense. It's a verb form. So, first we need to know what is a verb. Well, as you know, verbs are action words most of the time. So, here are the top verbs in English. For example, the number 1 used verb in English is to be. Number 2 is to have, and so on. So I suggest you memorize these verbs: to be, to have, to do, to get, to make, to see, to go, to know, to take, to say, to think, to find, to come, to want, to help, to tell, to give. So these are some very common words. Now you'll notice they all have a to here. That's because this is in the infinitive form. The infinitive form. But it's not always going to be in the infinitive form. They change. It can be I take, I'm taking, I will take, I took, I have taken. There are many forms. And today we're only going to talk about one form, and that's the present simple. We use the present simple usually to talk about routines and things. So, let's have a look, see about routines and habits. First, here's the most very basic examples. I work, you work, he, she, it works, we work, you all work, they work. So you can be one person, you all can be many people. Alright, in the South, they say y'all. In the South of the United States, they say y'all. Y'all work. Notice one thing I want you to notice here is the he, she, it works. Whenever you have he, she, or it, you add an s or es to the end of the verb. And this is very important that you notice this. So let's look at when. When do you use the simple present tense? We use them to talk about habits and work routines. I get up early in the morning. Is this once a year? No, this is a routine. It sounds like she's saying about every day. So, I get up early in the morning. She works from home. Notice we have a she and a works here. They go together. She works from home. They take the train to work every day. These are all habits and routines, things that happen routinely, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We also use it to talk about facts and things that are generally true. They have offices in Beijing. You can go to Beijing and see them. They have offices in Beijing. It rains a lot in Manchester. Yeah, that's true. It does rain a lot. It rains a lot. Now be careful. We have it. Remember, he, she, it. It rains. So we have the S there. It rains a lot in Manchester. She earns a high salary. Oh man, she makes a lot of money. A high salary. Well, she earns. Remember that S because it's he, she, it. So we can use it to talk about facts and things that are generally true. We also describe permanent states with the present simple. I like meeting people. She has 3 children. Well, she has, this comes from have, but he, she, it has 3 children. I think he lives in a flat. Well, he lives in a flat. In the United States, we say apartment. And in the UK, they say flat. That's an apartment. He knows my boss very well. Well, he knows, we'll have that S here, he knows my boss very well. Well, so these are permanent states. We also use the present simple with adverbs and expressions of frequency. Well, what are those? Well, adverbs are always, usually, sometimes, never, seldom, often. And expressions of frequency can be every day, every month, every year, once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. These are expressions of frequency. So we have she always wears blue. She always wears, we have this S here, she always wears blue. The frequency, the adverb here is always. We have one usually, often, and sometimes. And with these types of words, we use the present simple. He usually eats lunch at the same restaurant. Notice the S, because it's he. He usually eats lunch at the same restaurant. They often go home early on Fridays. Oh, that sounds nice. I sometimes play tennis with a colleague. So anyway, when you have these adverbs of frequency, we use the present simple. So let's have a little example here and tie this all together. Now, this is Katie Varga's workday. This is her workday. So remember, we're going to use the she. Okay? So remember, he, she, it. Katie Varga's workday. Katie Varga is the director of Commerce Bank, a large bank in Budapest. So we have she is. She gets up at about 5:30 and she usually goes jogging in the park. Then she takes a shower and prepares her breakfast for herself and her family. After, she takes the train to work. She arrives to her office between 7:45 and 8. She works at her desk for half an hour and checks her email. At 8:30, she starts her first meeting. She works a long day and stays late twice a week. All right, so you can see this is her, this is describing her routine. And when we use a routine, we use the simple present tense. So now you can describe the routine of others and describe your own weekly routine. All right? So have a wonderful day.